Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Can we talk with Monique? I am Monique. Thank you guys for joining me. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell. That is a notification bell, and YouTube will notify you of all my uploads. So guys, this episode is entitled Enough is Enough. Shirley Strawberry continues to talk to her husband, Ernesto. If you don't know about the last call, I'll leave it in the description and up above. But this is call number 2, where Shirley in call number 1 says, you know what? I'm tired. I've had it. And you know what? I just don't want to be bothered at this point. 3 hours later, Ernesto kind of marinates on that. And he calls back his friend Dre, because this is a 3-way call, and says, hey, Dre, I need you to call Shirley again because I need to know some things. And Dre, as the friend that he is, he goes ahead and calls Shirley back. And this is where Ernesto tries to kind of put a little more pressure. His tone has changed. And he's trying to pinpoint, bottom line is, are you with me, not with me? Do I got a place to come back to or not? But in my opinion, he's trying to figure out, is she done? Because pretty much Shirley has been paying for his lawyers. Okay. And he tries to put some pressure on her. And Shirley is like, enough is enough. I was really proud of her when I listened to this. But also, again, this is for educational and commentary purposes. This comes from by way of fair use, right? So this recording comes from a channel called Phone Calls from Prison. Please go over there and subscribe. You can get the whole, plethora from the rooter to the tutor of all the calls. But I'm looking at the phone calls from a standpoint of we can educate ourselves and learn. And if you ever had conversations with people like this, you'll probably get a flashback. Can you name down in the comments below? Please comment. Do you hear some of the techniques and some of the manipulation techniques? But Shirley was holding her ground. So let's just go to the channel and we're going to listen to phone call number 2. This is the second phone call the same day, and Ernesto wants to give Shirley an ultimatum, and sis is not trying to hear it. But again, comment down below. This is how we learn, we educate. If you've dealt with a person like this, like I said before, you will hear some of the things, and I'll be giving my commentary through. So please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's get started.
Hours after the last call you heard, Shirley is added to the call once again, and you will hear Ernesto try to give her an ultimatum. Take a listen.
Oh.
Hey, you had time to put some money on that? I don't want to get cut off.
Put some money on what?
On your phone. You said I got
It already accepted it.
Oh, okay. All right, so what I want to do is I want to call.
It said I got $4 more left.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna probably have to put some on after this call right here. See, I don't know what it costs every time you call.
Okay. Well, yeah, I need to call her one more time because I need to prepare myself for what I'm doing. Yeah, because she said she's done with jail shit, and when I do get out, that shit ain't gonna be done with.
So Shirley basically has told them she's done. But instead of him just being upfront and saying to Dre, I need you right off the bat, hey Dre, I need to speak to Shirley again. Can you just call her back? He starts in with some, you need to put some money. It's always some ulterior motive with some of these people. So now Dre is going to patch the call in, and let's kind of fast forward. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let's fast forward.
And walk around that spot.
So let's go. Let's get to the part where Shirley picks up the phone because he has to patch it through. So let's hear what Shirley has to say.
I bet she said this doggone dress. She gonna mess right here and block me. Hold on. Okay, Nesto?
Hello?
Nesto?
Yeah.
Yes, I got your wife on the phone.
Okay. I don't mean to worry, sure. I just got to talk to you one more time before the phone get cut off.
Hold on one second. Hold on, Shirley, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay,
Yes.
hold on. Let me move the phone, guys. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. So you don't have to really comment or nothing. I just need to answer. I'm gonna say what I got to say because it's very important. Because I know it's gonna go down in the next 2 weeks. So I need to know, and I don't need to be uncomfortable, and I don't need to make you uncomfortable. Okay. So that means that I need for you to text me if you can, please. If you're done with the situation, please let me know. So I'll know what I need to do, prepare myself when I get ready to bond out and get out. The jail stuff is not over with.
So here he's telling Shirley, and he's giving her the inclination or giving her the thought that he's going to be getting out. So because he's going to have another hearing in 2 more weeks. Now, mind you, this call is from June 15th, 2023. Mr. Williams is still, unfortunately, he's still incarcerated. So he's basically trying to say to Shirley, look, I'm going to have a bond hearing in 2 more weeks, and I really need to know because I need to know where I'm going to go. He's still on that premise that he's getting out. It is now January of 2024, and he's still there. So what he was saying back then was totally not true. But let's see what else he has to say.
It's not going to be over with, okay? It's not going to be over with. It's going to take a minute. And the process is why. Because there's other things included in this, and I can't let it go like that. I didn't give these folks a year of my time, my life, for free. So it's not going to be over. Okay, so I'm just letting you know.
What does he mean he gave these people a year of his life for free? Jail, you don't get paid to be in jail. So they lock you up. They don't pay you to be incarcerated. Because if they did, I guess a lot more people would go to jail if they could get paid to be there. I mean, what the... Oh.
You know that.
It's not going to be over with.
No, ma'am, it's not. That means that a bond out, okay, I have not been indicted, none of that. Okay, they have not brought nothing to the grand jury.
Well, I thought you were indicted. I thought you were.
No, that's on one charge.
Now, this is how these people talk. Ernesto just said he has not been indicted. And I'm going to bond out. And then Shirley goes, I thought you were indicted. And he was like, oh, that's on one charge. It's like, that means you indicted. Listen to her come back.
One charge. That was one charge.
Okay, well then you have been. You have been. Okay.
No, ma'am, no. That's that in one charge.
Yes, sir,
I'm
yes.
on the card for on the 13th. Okay. They have to throw it out or go to jury trial. One or the other. But I still have not been indicted on those other charges. Okay? And the other charge is with your little people. You understand what I'm saying? Your people.
Okay.
Got it?
Now, why does he say your little people, your people? Now, we know that there's some allegations of very inappropriate pictures with a young person. So why would he just not say with little people? Why would he say your people? You got it? Your little people. That's, you know what? This story gets more and more bizarre as it goes. Because a normal person, if you didn't want to say children or use the other word, you would say, yeah, little people, yes, but not your people. This is crazy.
Okay, so...
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Anna, I just don't want to make nobody uncomfortable because I'm going to another level. Okay, and if this is not for you anymore, I can understand that.
What the heck does he mean, I'm going to another level? I maybe sometimes read into things maybe too much. But to say I'm going to another, what are you in some sort of Illuminati / what are you a part of? Because I'm getting a lot of, this is giving me, another level. some sort of rituals? What is this? For you to advance? What is this all really? I'm going to another level. And it's not for anyone anymore. I can understand that. What in the world?
And I have to respect it.
Right.
But I'm not laying down for nobody. Nobody.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the deal. I can't be pressured into knowing what I'm going to do or anything about anything. But I don't want you asking me what am I going to do, because I don't know. I'll know when I know. That's all I got to say. I want you to get out. I want us to.
I'm listening what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you, you're saying that you can't deal with this jail situation, my situation. I'm getting out. It's not going to be over with.
She already told him she doesn't want to be bothered. But he's going to flip it and say, well, I'm getting out. It's not going to be over with. He's trying to, because he knows that she wants him to be out. And she's saying, this has been already, going on too long. So he's trying to say, I'm getting out. Trying to appeal to that. Like, it's not, you don't have to wait any longer. I'm getting out, but it's still going to be some drama in the background.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Okay?
You're getting out and it's not going to be over with.
No,
I understand, but...
Yeah, and it's going to bring more drama. It's going to bring more drama in your life. That's what I'm trying to say.
Really?
And this is very interesting, this part here. He's like, I'm getting out, which he's not because he's still there. But it's going to bring more drama into your life. And she's like, really? Like, how is it going to bring more drama in my life? Shirley, unfortunately, and I can't profess to know everybody's business. And this is just a horrible situation to be in. You don't know who you are dealing with, in my opinion. And I think underneath what he's saying is it's going to bring more drama. I don't believe that he's saying just the situation. I believe he's talking about himself bringing her more drama, because narcissists cause a lot of chaos. And I think he's really telling her the truth, not the situation. He's basically saying, I'm going to bring more drama. And she goes, really?
But news media and all, I'm not playing, Shirley. I'm not playing.
Oh, God.
I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
But the other thing he's doing is he knows that she likes to be private. She doesn't like her business out in the street. But it's very strange, the words he's using. He knows that she's kind of like a fraidy cat. And he's like, I'm not playing, Shirley. I'm not playing. And she goes, oh, God, I don't want to deal with that. He's using fear now. This is a tactic of fear that he's using, because he knows that she has this job. So he's like, I'm not playing, Shirley. So he's trying to get her to kind of cave in on what she just told him 3 hours before, that she doesn't want to be bothered. He's using a fear tactic.
Okay.
So
yeah. I don't want that in my life. I just don't. I don't want news media and all that. What? For what?
Shirley.
No, I don't want all of that. No.
No. You don't. I don't think, because you're not watching. I'm in Fulton County Jail. This is the jail where everybody's dying. Staff.
Now let me say this. This man is so, when she said, I don't want it, he moves straight to something else. You don't understand. I'm in Fulton County Jail. Dude, you're not in Fulton County Jail. They moved you to Cobb County. And there were phone calls where you were talking to people saying it's much better here. The food is much better. We got iPads. So you don't understand. People are dying here. So he's trying now. He went from fear to they utilize the things that make you, your empathy, your compassion. I talked about this in other. They try to utilize that against you. So now he's trying to use sympathy, empathy, compassion, fear to get her to change her mind. You don't understand. Everybody's dying up in here with staph infections. Just listen.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know what I'm dealing with. So you don't know. Okay, because you're not looking.
Well, I thought you were in Cobb County.
Jail is jail.
Oh, now jail is jail.
Okay.
Jail is jail.
You got homosexual free now. It ain't the same no more. It's not the same. Men are not men no more.
Okay, this was the low point for me. One of the lowest points. What does somebody being homosexual in jail, free or not, have to do with you talking to her and trying to get an answer as to whether or not she wants to be bothered with you? Men are not men no more. I mean, you could say that about anybody. Women are not women no more. But what does that have to do with tea in China? This man has stooped to the lowest level that I've seen thus far. Besides him dragging and fat shaming and calling the daughter names, this is really, really low. He's like, well, jail is jail. No, sir. You just said you were in Fulton County. You know where you at. They dying of staph infections. She was like, I thought you was in Cobb County. He skipped, well, jail is jail. Y'all remember these conversations? Because they won't take accountability for anything. But once you start to box them in and start to ask them questions, they don't want to be questioned. And y'all can hear that when Dre, his friend, and we'll talk about that in another call, tried to ask him some questions. They don't like to be asked questions because that means you got to give a yes or no, or they don't like it. Don't ask them no questions because you ain't going to get no answer. If you do get one, it ain't going to be the truth.
Trust me what I'm telling you. It's nothing what you think it is. So what I'm saying to you,
I don't know what it is because I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
You don't have to. All I'm going to say is right now, I'm just trying to get a clear understanding. I need to know where I'm going. If you're not comfortable and you don't want me to stay with you, you need to know that now so I can prepare myself. I'm not going to wait till the last minute.
So he wants her to tell her, am I going to be, if you're uncomfortable? I think it's a little way past comfort. This woman has almost become destitute. So it has nothing to do with comfortability, if that is even a word. Is it a word? Y'all let me know. But he wants an answer now so he can prepare himself so he won't have to wait till the last minute. It's always about the narcissist. In my opinion, I have not diagnosed him. I'm not a doctor. But based on the DSM-5, I don't like to throw the word around. And it is a word that has been thrown around the internet left, right, and center. But if you get that book, the DSM-5, and you go down and listen to these phone calls, you will hear some things that lead me to believe. It's just my opinion. Okay? It's just my opinion. We can give an opinion as to what we think. And what I think is he is on that spectrum, high up there. And so he's like, I need to know something now because I need to prepare myself. I. He ain't said nothing. The woman done. And then, you know what the part that really made me want to grit my teeth, y'all? There's another call where he's talking to another female and talking about other people. They're really referring to Shirley being in a one-room apartment on a mattress. That is disgusting. And I said to myself, Lord, let's say this, guys. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody marriage, nobody relationship. So anybody that says it is, they're not telling the truth. There's ups and downs. There's ebbs and flows. People do cheat on one another. Sometimes that does happen. People forgive one another. Sometimes people cheat. The other person doesn't even know. So that's not the point of this, me doing these commentaries. It's the point of recognizing when you've got God, recognizing the lingo, recognizing how he changes the subject every second. When she's firm on something, he moves to another tactic. So he's used fear, her emotions, always the fear tactic, the compassion, that type of stuff. He knows she doesn't want the news media. So now he wants an answer. Let's see what Shirley has to say.
If we're married or we're not married, or you're happy or you're not, I'm not trying to.
Is she happy or not? Man, are you absolutely insane? This is insane. You know, when you're in these relationships, it is one of the most confusing things, because in the beginning, they will love bomb you and they will treat you nice sometimes. But then you get to a situation like this where he's in jail. Are you happy or not? No, she's not happy because she's lost a lot. So where does happiness come in this? She's not happy. Her business is out in the street. I'm giving commentary on this on YouTube, social media. So no, she's not happy, sir. She's not pleased. No. And how dare you, in my opinion, pick the marry card. Now, yes, those covenants that she takes them very seriously. So some women will endure things because they take that covenant very seriously. Marriage is a covenant. And so he's like, either we're married or we're not. He's using everything that he can to get her to change her mind. Let's see what she says.
Press you, trying to get a clear understanding where I'm going. Okay, I can't control your life. I can't control nobody but mine right now of this situation. Mm-hmm. You've done your part. I appreciate that. Okay, you at a standpoint, you're done. To me, I have to sit here and accept that as a man. I can't sit here and sugarcoat shit and play with my feelings.
Right.
You done told me what it is. But what I ain't going to do is get out of here and look at you sideways, because in my mind, it's like a little boy. When the mama got down and say, fuck the son, I don't want to deal with you, and going on with the boyfriend instead of dealing with the son.
This is very strange for his mind to immediately go to an analogy and compare his relationship to a mother-son relationship. That is very strange. And it's not really strange, because a lot of individuals like this are stunted. And a lot of times they have either mother-daddy issues or father-son issues, or both. And it's very strange that he would say, why wouldn't he say, well, I don't want to get out here and this be a situation where you just going on, to another man. He says a mother-son, where the mother is telling the son to get on because I'm going to go with another man. That is very strange. So it's almost like he's telling on himself. Does he feel like Shirley is his mother and he is the son? I do like to, there's different psychological things, in my opinion, that are going on here. But most of it is just manipulation.
His emotion. Men, we get like that. We get like that. And I don't want to look at you like that. You see what I'm saying? So we marry each other for better or worse. But I can't make you miserable. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to be uncomfortable staying with you, and you look at me sideways because you out here with your life. I want you to continue life. I don't want to sit here and throw it off. I'm not asking you to divorce me. I'm asking you to do what you think is right for yourself at the moment.
Wow. This is a lot. As I listen to this for the third time, he's like, I'm not asking you to divorce me. She already said, if you guys remember, that she didn't want to be bothered. And she said she just didn't want to be bothered. Of course, you're not asking her to divorce you. It's not about you. You see how he flips it back on him? This call is not about you, really, Ernest. It's about her and what she wants to do. And I tell you, if you listen to this 3 or 4 times, you will hear a lot what you may not have thought you heard before.
You made that decision already. You already said that. So you already told me that I was guilty. You told me that part of your life was over. Now you're going through the same thing. You told me I was guilty at the last conversation. So to me, in my mind, guess what?
Okay, well, I never...
Now, this is a part... Now, listen, if you've ever been involved, and I hate to keep interrupting, he switches to something else. He switched from the mother-son thing to, men get like that to, you told me I was guilty. Now, have you heard in the last conversation, go back and listen, Shirley has never said he was guilty that I can hear. And so they put words in your mouth because they like sometimes to cause contention to where your mind is off of what the main subject is. Wasn't this a phone call about him trying to figure out if she wanted him to come back home? Now, how do we get to, you said in the last conversation, he wants to start an argument. He wants to start an art. This is how they do. So listen to how Shirley comes back.
Those words never came out of my mouth. So you're putting words in my mouth or words in that.
I am?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are.
I never said that. I never said that.
Okay, hold on. You listen to what you said. That's what you said.
I know what I said, and I never said that.
He's gaslighting her real hard. This is the part that rings so true for me, because she was like, I never said that. Listen to what you said. I know what you said. And she's like, I never said that. They tried for you to deny your reality. And that is the crazy making that happens in these relationships. And you lose so much ground because you start doubting, well, did I say that? He's saying, no, you said that. This is, let me tell y'all, these phone calls need to be played. I told y'all in schools, churches, the psych ward, anywhere, nursing school, doctor school, so people can understand what these calls, because she now is getting ready to engage, but she's going to quickly pull out. But she did defend herself. When they gaslight you, it's pretty much best not to say anything, because if she would have said nothing, what would his response be? She would be like, okay. But as soon as she said, I never said that, he was like, I heard you. You said that.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not putting pressure upon you. I need to know straight up. Please let me know what I'm doing. If I got a wife I'm coming to home with and safe or not, and I can be cool with either or. It just, I need to be having my brain, scatterbrain all over the place. It's going to be
okay. This is what I can tell you. Okay, we are still legally married. Okay, we are still legally married. Okay, you got that part right. What I said to you was, I'll be glad when you get out so we can have a conversation. That's what I said, and that's all I can say at this point. That's all I can say at this point. Okay. I didn't say I was divorcing you. I didn't say I was not divorcing you. But I do want to discuss that because we need to talk. I don't even know, we need to talk. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I haven't spoken to you in a whole year because we can't. I want to, okay? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, make your facts clear then. Make your facts
clear. Well, I did.
Make your facts clear. She was clear. She told you in the last call that she didn't want to. See, this is how they mess your mind up. This is how your mind, because you're like, well, wasn't I clear? Yes, you were very clear, Shirley. They want you to think that you're not clear.
I thought I did. I never said I was guilty. This is something you're thinking in your head.
Yep, she basically turned it back around. Their projection, and then they want to start some contention. He was like, you said I was guilty. She said, no, I never said that you were guilty. That's something that you're thinking in your head. Yes, he's thinking in his head that she thinks he's guilty. Mm-hmm. Yep. Those are facts. You got that right, Shirley. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else he has to say.
I got to check myself that I ain't finna break myself, and I got to make sure I know what I'm doing. I ain't going in the blind. That's why I'm in here. I'm in here on a blind. Don't know what's going on.
Well, don't put me in all of that because I'm not in that. Okay, I'm not in that.
Well, just
okay, that I'm not in.
Okay, well, don't tell me that you tired and you burnt out.
What? This is the other part that kind of, you take the chalk or your nails across the chalkboard. This is the part. This is the audacity. See, the mask starts slipping, guys. Pay attention. He says, don't. She was like, I don't have nothing. She's pulling herself totally, completely. She was like, I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in there. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not a part of it. This is really, truly him speaking. He was like, then don't tell me that you tired and you burnt out. Excuse me? How dare you? And have the audacity. See, these people have no empathy. This woman was sleeping on a mattress. I hope she got a new apartment. I hope she has a new car. I hope she is just shopping with her grandkids. I hope she's paying her debt off and forgetting about this and putting this all behind her. He was basically like, don't tell me you tired and you burnt out. Do you see those words across the stream? Who gives you the... She said she was tired and she said she was burnt out. Now, how dare you deny what her reality is? Her reality is she's embarrassed. She's tired. She's fed up. And she is tired and burnt out. She's not pretending. But he's telling the truth. Mm-hmm.
But I am though. And you asked me what I'm going through. You asked me what I'm going through. Yes, and I told you. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything now. I told you.
So as she's saying all of this, he's still talking. He won't even let her finish her sentence because he's trying to bombard her with word salad and cray-cray. They make you crazy. Literally, people who are sane, when they listen, if you really are a sane person and you're not on that spectrum, these calls, you have to go back and kind of regroup because you're like, this is madness. But for people who understand the gibberish and the word salad, that means they're on the same spectrum. And unfortunately, there's another person he talks to. They get each other because they're on the same spectrum. Let me just say this. Sometimes, and a lot of times, that spirit of rejection, the person who was on the spectrum and the people pleaser, which Shirley is a people pleaser, she has a spirit of rejection too. So it's almost like they play off each other. Okay, so we gotta call it what it is. But anyway, she said, I'm not sugarcoating anything. I already told you I'm tired and I'm sick. What you want me to say?
And I'm cool with that. But what if I was in a fucking terrible accident? I got to walk around in a wheelchair, one leg off.
What? See, this is the part, again, sympathy. He's trying real hard. What if I was in a terrible accident and I got run over and it was a wheelchair with one leg off? What does that have to do with Tia and China again? They would just take you to Grady, maybe amputate the leg, put you in the infirmary until you heal, and then they put you back in jail. That's what they would really do. There's nothing that she can do. She has nothing to do with that. But this is how, and so if you ever talk to these people, they're going to appeal to your empathy, your sympathy, your compassion, your weakness, your vulnerabilities. If you are empathetic, he's appealing to the empathy. Because if you're an empathetic person, you're going to be like, oh my God, my husband, he's getting run over by a truck and having an accident and he has one leg and he's amputated. That's the emotion he's trying to elicit. These people are slick as... I bet you Shirley has told him, I hate the PC people suffer, and I hate when people don't help one another, especially when they're sick. I bet you. He's digging in his bag of manipulation and he's using it. He truly is using it all. So pay attention.
What you do? You can't take care of me? I'm tapped out on that. I'm just one cut for that.
I didn't say that. That's different. That is totally different.
Oh.
It's totally different. It's totally different.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't see it like that, but it's fine.
Well, ooh, she's like, this is a totally different situation, sir. You're in prison and you're pretty healthy. And she's like, I don't, that's different. He was like, I don't see it like that. This call here needs to be played everywhere and anywhere. And it's not about being in their business. This is a very unique situation where a lot of times you're not able to, unless you record your conversations with the person in relationships. And most of the time you don't, because that's not a normal thing to do. But these phone calls really do hone in on the relationships that a person who I believe on that spectrum, how they treat people, how they manipulate people, how they discard people, how they love bomb people. It is an abusive cycle. We must understand that it is abuse. And let me just say this. These phone calls are intriguing to me because I live some of this, not with a person like Ernesto, but somebody on that spectrum. And this truly is what you go through. But this channel has been up and running way before these phone calls. And I do advocate for men and women who have issues, who have dealt with domestic violence situations, and even maybe with people who are on the spectrum of psychopathy, maybe sociopathy, and NPD. This is really serious, y'all. So let's see what Mr. Ernesto has to say.
I can't help how you see it. Okay, I can't help how you see it. To me, that's totally different. Okay?
Okay.
And until we talk, when we talk, then we'll figure it out.
Okay, right now I'm in a coma.
But right now, I'm tired. Okay?
He said right now I'm in a coma. This man is really, this part of the call really plucked my nerve. He was like, right now I'm in a coma. She was like, but right now I'm tired. See, the tired that he just tried to negate her feelings and told her, basically he's saying you can't feel tired and burnt out. You can't feel tired and burnt out. A coma. So he went from amputee to now I'm in a coma. This is some fraganackle bull.
Hey, well, listen.
That's it.
Okay, I got that. So right now, it's like I'm in a coma. So you remember, I just sit here and sent you that long letter. You had the power to control my life.
So this is why I'm so happy that she has some space. Because he sent her a long letter, still trying to elicit, and maybe y'all listen, he sent her a long letter. Now, I don't know if it was through the mail. I don't know if it was through the email. I don't know. He has been contacting her, but she basically had for 2 weeks, right? Said she didn't want to talk to him. And the reason why he is on the phone talking to her now only is because his friend, Dre, is patching him through. But she's not accepting calls from him. And maybe, what did he put in those letters? But he's basically telling himself now that says, I wrote you a long letter. You have the power to control my life. If I'm in the coma, you can just pull a plug. This is the lowest of the low. He's even harassing her. Block the email, Shirley. That's all I'm going to say, because they're going to try anyway, be it Instagram, any kind. Well, it's clear that he looks at her, in my opinion, her social media, or he has someone else looking at her social media, reporting back to him, which I think is very stalkish, and it is not normal. So if you know anything about this personality disorder, I call them some spirits. These are entities. This is just my opinion. They go by a playbook, and it's not normal for you to be stalking someone else on social media. It's not strange, because they do this, but you should take it seriously, Shirley, if you ever hear this. I'm not saying come off of social media, but move differently. Move very differently, because some people are not right in the head. They're just not. They're not, in my opinion, they're not thinking with the full deck. And people on that spectrum, they can go left real quick. Revenge is something, and revenge is something they want. Forgiveness is something they will never give you for discarding them or leaving them alone or getting fed up. How dare you get fed up with them? See, that's the thing. They can discard you, but how dare you? You won't tell me that you tired and you burnt out. That's what he's saying. You can't. I have control of you. There's a spiritual part to this, but we'll get to that in another video.
If I was in a coma, you can cut the cord right then or keep it going. So which one it going to be? You going to keep it going or you going to cut it? That's all I ask.
I'll tell you this again. I don't want any ultimatums. I don't want anything like that. Okay?
And he's laughing. Okay. The other thing that disgusts me is the laugh. He can control the laugh, but that laugh is two reasons why I believe he laughs. The fact that when he is feeling uncomfortable, when somebody is standing up to him, he laughs, or he laughs in this situation. Shirley is like, no, you're not giving me an ultimatum. So he's laughing. Or the other time is to disarm other people, because the laugh disarms you. A laugh is supposed to be in a situation when it's funny. There's nothing funny in this situation or this conversation. So the laugh is totally inappropriate. So I think he uses it two ways: to disarm the person, because if you having a conversation about a coma and pulling a plug and somebody laughs, it kind of throws you off a kilter. So I think he uses it multiple ways to throw people off a kilter, and disarm people and confuse people, or he's getting a little nervous, so he doesn't know what to say. It's just, the laugh really is. I know some psychiatrists are listening to this, and it's not appropriate, but nor is it appropriate in a psychiatry or psychology type of way. It's not.
I don't. You can yes or no, yes or no. No, don't do that. I don't want that kind of pressure. I got enough stuff going on.
Okay, all right. Well, guess what? The next time you make your decision, you make sure you find your husband. Let him know what's on your mind. Don't let it be a third party. How about that? Thank you.
Well, look.
Listen.
No, no, don't cut me off. It's not a third party. It's not a third party. You called. I didn't have any money for that call. You had your son to call me to ask me. That's why I told your son, okay? Not because I called him. He called me and asked me and said.
So here is more triangulation, more gaslighting. They triangulate people. She's triangulating Dre to call her. He's triangulating his son Dre to call her. And now he's gaslighting her by if you make up your mind as your husband, or as my wife, call me and inform me, and don't be using a third party. Sir, you were the one who got your son to call her. She didn't call you. She told you she didn't want to be bothered. So do you see how they flip? Imagine being married to somebody for 8, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Your mind is totally warped. So a lot of people are not understanding how Shirley got into this, and how she stayed so long, and how all these other women allegedly were giving him money, or, there's a spiritual part to this. If you guys don't understand, I said this from Jump Street. If you listen to my first video I did about this, I knew that there's a stronghold there. But anyway, if you know, you know. That's all I can say. But definitely, he's basically saying, you don't have a right to even tell me no. I'm your husband. And then he gaslights her when he's the one who called his son. This is a hot mess. No contact.
My dad wants to know, are you good? Well, that's what it sounds like you said. You said a third party. That's why he was a third party.
Yeah, you know why he was a third party? Because you should have figured out how to communicate with me and tell me what was on your mind before I even got to the point of me calling you and answer the phone.
No, I just got tired of it at that moment. No, I did what I did, okay? And I did it how I did it.
Go ahead,
and I'm not taking it back. It happened how it happened, okay?
Don't make me spank you when I get out.
See, they don't like, he already knows she is done with me. And she's probably never spoke to him like that. She was like, I did it. She was like, no. I said it how I said it. I did it how I did it. And then he goes into, when I get out, don't make me spank you. Now, I took that two ways, guys, because these people talk, in my opinion, with a double tongue. I think he was, when spanking, as far as intimacy, and a lot of these people use sex as a way. So now he gets her mind back into maybe the sexual escapades that they had as husband and wife, or maybe, to put her mind back there. Or to me, it could be a low-key threat. I took it both ways. I took it really as a threat. But sexual, don't let me spank you. Like she's a little kid and you're the father? Y'all don't understand. This is very sick. It's to me, in my opinion, this interaction really gives it is very, very telling of the mental process of a person like this. And this is not good at all.
Don't make me spank you when I get out.
You said thank me? Don't make you thank me?
No, I said spank your ass. That's what I said. Don't play with me.
Yeah, well, no, we're really not doing. No, you just need to,
She said that we really not doing. You know, a lot of times they mesmerize you with they reel you in with the sex. And that is very, very true. And even if you are married to these people, it is a cycle that the love. I remember one day I don't know if this was on Instagram or another channel, when it was her birthday. I don't know if y'all can remember this. And I immediately saw that she wasn't too happy, but he was trying to love bomb her again. It was her birthday. He went and bought her a cake and she didn't seem very happy. She was like, oh, it was her birthday. And, you know, it was at the house. And it seemed like she was kind of pissed off with him. And he was trying to come in and love bomb her and get her back into his well wishes again. I don't know if y'all remember that video. I'll see if I can try to find it.
I mean, what do you want? What is it that you want from me? I've given you everything. What is it that you want?
All I want is a clarification of what you want to do. That's it.
Well, you might not get that today when you want it. You might not get that when you want it. Okay?
Okay, but don't say I ain't asking.
You might not.
Don't. Okay, all right. But don't string me on then.
You might not get that, okay? I'm going to figure it out for myself. This is about me. This is not about you right now.
Yes.
It's been about you for 8 years.
This part, and she's trying to talk and he's just trying to talk over her. She's like, it's not about you. She said, it's been what? She was like, what do you want from me? You gotten everything. She said, it's been about you for 8 years. So listen to her language. I know people are saying she's bad with her money, and yeah, probably so. But I believe, getting involved with a person like this just makes it even worse. And when she says it's been all about you for 8 years, was she trying to finance this stuff? Or him telling her, F that, don't do that, don't pay that. And she's listening to him and getting herself deeper in debt. Or listening to him with his, the white man and all of this foolishness. She said it's been about you for 8 years. She's telling the truth. Because when you are with a person like this, it's not about you. It becomes about them. Honey, I could hear him now. I got these, ideas and these business ideas. And, I want you to support me. She's like, it's been about you for 8 years. Man.
However long, 8 years.
It ain't been, okay, how about this? 8 years, it's been about me. Let's break it down here. If it's about me, it's about me right now. I'm trying to figure out what my next move gonna be.
Yep.
That is it. That's all I ask. I'm not finna.
That's the real Ernesto right there.
Well, you have to. Go ahead.
I can't do
Sorry.
That's the real Ernesto. Where he said, how about that? That's the real him. But in this call, he goes back and forth. Mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off. He was like, well, let me break it down for you. It's about me right now. He's telling her this is who he is. So you can't go back to those other calls where he's like, God this and God that and Job. And I've been praying to the God. What God have you been praying to? Anyway.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm here.
Okay, I'm not trying to upset you there now.
Yes, you are.
I'm trying to get the facts. That's it.
Well, it is upset
I got
now.
You said what you said. You said what you said. You said what you said. So you need to say one thing and the other. Baby, I want you to come home.
Baby.
And I'll wait for you to come home and you good. Or
no,
I don't
not
know
good.
about all that. See, it's going to be one of the two.
She already told you.
I need to know that. That's it.
Dude.
Okay, well you may not know it right now today. Okay, how about that?
I didn't ask you that. I said before the week is out, please. That's what I said. That'll be fair.
He wants to know before the week is out. And she was like, first he wanted it right now. And now he said, well, I don't want it right now. Before the week is out. That'll be on Saturday. This man, this is craziness.
No, you're not giving me a time. You're not giving me a time. You're not doing that. Okay? I do it when I do it, when I feel it, not when you want me to. That's what you're not getting.
Come on, girl.
I get it. I got it.
You got it now. Good.
Trust me.
Get it, got it gone.
Okay, well then get it and stop this.
She said they get it.
It's enough. Okay, it is enough. It's enough.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, you have a wonderful day.
Wow. Do you see how he switched? These people are like chameleons. He doesn't want her to have a wonderful day. He wanted to upset the rest of her day. Because, see, the last call, it was clear, calm, and cool. He brought in the kitchen sink with comas and amputations and, staph infections and, pulling the plug, ventilators. He brought all of that stuff in. The news media, he tried to bombard her brain and her mind. And he didn't get what he wanted. So it's like, well, you have a wonderful day. So sarcastic and so, oh my God, this is a mess. Shirley, I know you hear these calls. And maybe you don't listen to them. Maybe you're, staying away from social media. But I'm going to say this. If Shirley was my girlfriend, I'll use that. I'll say that for another call. Let's see how he gets. Have a nice day.
Trying to.
Now, you're going to go on, have your wonderful day. Do what you got to do.
And then he laughs.
Do what you got to do. I got a clear understanding of what's going on.
Well, good.
Okay?
Okay.
I don't know. You should have had a clear understanding from our first conversation. Now you're calling me back.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have a clear understanding.
And now you're calling me back and talking about a third party.
No, I'm talking about the third party. The first call. That was the first call. We ain't talking about the third party right now.
No, you just said it.
He brought it up. The third party. You see?
Call. Okay.
He mentioned a third party in this call. Period. He's saying he didn't say it. Now, some people might say that, is he having dementia? No. They know what they're doing purposely. He already told y'all in another call. One thing I have, if I don't have anything else, I remember everything. I have a memory like an elephant. These people remember everything. So when he says he forgot or he don't know, in my opinion, that's not true, because he's already told you he has a memory like an elephant. This is play. These are Jedi mind tricks to keep you confused and off your square. But Shirley wasn't having it.
You just said it again.
Okay, well, listen.
You just said it again.
I got my answer. I'm good.
No, you're not.
Okay. You don't have an answer because I didn't give you one.
No, I do got an answer.
Whatever you think it is.
What I think it is?
Whatever you think it is.
Whatever you think it is, I guess that's what it is.
Okay.
But, I'm not going to be pressured. You're not going to give me no ultimatum. None of that. Okay?
None of that.
That ain't what this is.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing when I hit that door. That's it. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Just concentrate on getting out.
I don't want to laugh. If you listen to some of the own phone calls, he was always talking about next week, next month, next week, I'm getting out. And it never happened. And it was almost like he was stringing her along. And he's like, I just want to know what I'm going to do when I hit that door. Well, when you hit the door, sir, I think there's some other charges out in another county. So another jurisdiction may come and pick you up. So you might hit that door to hit another door to go back and face some other charges. But I loved her comeback. Just concentrate on getting out. Okay? Ooh.
Okay, just concentrate on getting out. Just concentrate on that. One step at a time, one day at a time. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't have any answers for you that you want me to say or that you want me to have. It just is what it is. Today is Thursday. That's all I know.
I know that's right. One day at a time. Come on, girl.
All right. Well, you enjoy your day. Don't show it up. Just enjoy your day. Let the sun shine on you. Okay? Love you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
All right.
I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, well, tell Andre. Well, hang up or whatever.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Bye.
So that is, I know, a long call, lots of commentary, but she's done. No, I mean, she's done to a certain degree, put it that way. But he is not happy. He was like, sure. His mask slipped. If you guys can comment in the comments, let me know some of the techniques. And I wouldn't even call it techniques, but they are manipulative techniques that people like that use. And when you're confused, when you have gone through this for years, when you might, she might be having, going through menopause, or her hormones is changing, or, having problems paying her bills, and you got to deal with this. It's hard for you to even think straight, because they tell you don't hear what you hear. It's a mess. So guys, comment, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. And then the next phone call is going to be Dre, Dion, and Mr. Williams. And like I told you before, everything is really spiritual. The voodoo that they do. And that's just a title that I'm thinking about. I tell you, a lot more people out here dealing in mysticism and the occult more than you would even know. And one of the things that I do know is when a person on that spectrum can't get their way in their own will, they're going to try to make you do things out of your will, through either manipulation, or they'll use other means. And be it spiritism, the occult, they will use that. If they can't get it one way, they will consult with other ways to try to get you to bend your will, to either to make you do something for them, or stay with them, or to make something happen to you. It's ridiculous. A lot of these folks are dangerous. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, hit that little bell, and I'll be back with the next upload. I tell you one thing, Shirley has had enough. And when enough is enough, enough is enough. All right, y'all. Peace, and I'm out.